I've been getting a lot of comments lately about how to level up your weapons as fast as possible on Warzone, so in today's video, that's exactly what I'm going to be focusing on. If you are watching this in the future and trying to level up your Vanguard weapons on Warzone, these methods do still work, by the way. So before I get into the video, I'd like to start it off with a massive tip, and that is to use Point Man whenever you're trying to level up your weapons. So basically, as you can see, it says in Warzone, all members of your team are going to earn more cash from completed missions. Now, if you guys are aware, obviously in Warzone, one of the best ways to level up your weapons is to do contracts. So if you are doing contracts, make sure to use Point Man because it's going to increase the amount of XP you get whenever you complete a bounty, a contract, or whatever. So make sure to use it. It's going to give you more XP. It doesn't say it's going to give you more XP, but it does. We've tested it and it does actually work. So the first method I'm going to be talking about is a method that requires 2 people. You can also do this solo, but you're not going to be able to do it as quickly. So we all know one of the best ways to level up on Warzone is to play plunder and go to storage town and get some kills, or to go ahead and get contracts. Now there is actually a way to actually combine both of these, and you need 2 players. So one of you are going to get contracts in Boneyard, Storage Town, this location here, factory, superstore, and also this part of airport. Now it's very important that the person who's doing the contract does it in that location, because you want to be as close as you can to superstore as possible, because the other person is going to be in superstore getting kills. So one person is getting kills in Superstore and the other person is doing contracts near Superstore. This is basically going to speed things up tremendously. Every single game, make sure to actually switch roles, otherwise it's unfair. But basically this method allows you to do 2 things at once. So you're going to be getting kills and you're also going to be getting weapon XP for the completed contracts at the same time. Because whenever you complete a contract, your whole team gets the XP for completing that contract. So the person at Superstore is going to be getting XP for kills and also the contract. So make sure to switch it up every single game so it's fair, and just take it in turns doing each thing each game. The next method is a very well known method, and that is the train. The train basically has an unlimited recon that basically spawns over and over and over again, no matter how many times you do it. Now this is a very good way to get XP because it's going to obviously spawn unlimited amount of times. However, this method is very well known at the moment, so I would actually recommend you guys just taking advantage of the fact that it's well known, and there's going to be a lot of people on the train pretty much all game, which is going to allow you to get a lot of kills. So at the beginning of the game, you want to go to the train, and if there is a full team there, honestly, just keep landing there over and over and over again, and basically just wipe out as many of these people as you can. They should also, every single time they die, pretty much always come back to the train. This team, for example, was on the train all game long, and I was just taking advantage of that and basically just killing them all game long, and I ended up getting around about 30 kills on them just in this one game. Now, if you land on the train at the beginning and there's no one there, then obviously you're going to want to do the recon. But if you do land on the train at the beginning and there are some people there, a lot of people think, oh, there's people there, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to bother. But honestly, it's still a very good method just to keep landing there and taking advantage of these players and getting some pretty easy kills on them. My next tip for you guys is obviously to do contracts. A lot of people already know this one. There's recons you can do, bounties you can do, and also supply run contracts you can do. But which ones are the best and which ones are the fastest? Now there's 2 things I would recommend doing. One requires a team and the other doesn't require a team. Now if you can get a team, it's actually faster to do recon contracts instead. But if you don't have a team, it's faster to do supply run contracts. So if you can do recons, the good thing about recons is the fact that they only spawn about 100 meters away from you. But with supply run contracts, as you can see, they spawn literally like the other side of the map. This one is 500 meters away. Sometimes they can even spawn like 1,000 meters away. So it's going to take you a while to get to them. Like I said, if you are playing solo, I would recommend doing supply run contracts, but if you do have a team to play with, it's much more beneficial to do recon contracts, because the more people on recon contracts, the faster the contract is actually completed. And like I said, they only spawn about 100 meters away. If you do need to find some people to play with, join my Discord. There's over 3,000 members in there. It's linked in my description. You can find people to play with all day long, so I recommend you guys joining if you need some people to play with. But like I said, if you're playing solo, supply on contracts. If you're playing with a team, do recons because it's much faster. The tips I've just talked about are methods that are pretty much always available because they all take place in the plunder playlist, which is pretty much always in Warzone. There has been a couple of times where it's not in Warzone, but pretty much 99% of the time it is always in Warzone. So all the methods I've just talked about are pretty much always available. However, these next few methods are definitely better than the plunder methods I have just talked about, but they aren't always available because they are on time limited playlists such as Clash, etc. Now, so the first one, which is called Payload, this one is a very good game mode. Basically, you have to get your payload or whatever to the other side of the map, and that is how you win the game. Every single time your team actually gets part of the objective done, you actually get weapon XP. You don't actually need kills. You pretty much only need to get the objective done. And every time you complete the objective, you also get weapon XP, which is really good. You can also get a ton of kills in this playlist because there's like 30 or 40 people on each team, so you can pick up quite a lot of kills. The next thing I would recommend doing when it is available is playing Clash. Clash is a very good game mode for weapon XP. It's basically like a very big team deathmatch, and the good thing about this is the contracts in this are very easy to complete. So in this game mode there's actually bounty contracts. There's around about 6 or so on every single map. Some of them do have more, such as this map right here. This one has a lot of bounties on them. Some of the maps only have about 1 bounty, but some of the other maps literally have about 10 bounties. And what you want to do is load into this playlist and literally just grab as many bounties as you can. You don't have to go kill the enemies yourself because they should pretty much die most of the time by your teammates. As you can see, I just completed that contract and I got 1,480 weapon XP, and that is without a double XP token. So with a double XP token, that's almost 3,000 weapon XP for just completing one contract. I really recommend you guys taking advantage of this game mode whenever it is available. At the time of making this video, it isn't available, but whenever it is available, make sure to play it because it's really good, and you can also get a lot of kills as well. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope this video did help. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.